this person is Gentle Jade, right? Also, I know that there's supposedly a second gay couple in this series. Is that Gentle Jade and the main character Stoon? Can you guys tell me? Can you guys spoil that for me? Because I know that there's a second gay couple in this series with the lesbian couple. So is that them? So the main character, he informs the Secretary of Bureau of Evolution, who is in jail. Somehow I did not know he fell in jail. I probably missed that in book 2, but yeah, he is in jail right now. And the main character is having a conversation with him, which is about the Ministry of Review and how the Ministry of Review can't actually help him right now because, again, the Ministry of Review is being side-eyed or looked upon, and if anyone starts investigating them, they will notice that there's many issues with his documents and transactions. So the Secretary of Bureau of Evolution tells him that to get him his steward, and that the steward will help him get the keys to get into his vaults. And the main character's like, okay, I can do that. Because they want to get the money from the dude's vaults to give to the Minister of Revenue. The Secretary of Bureau of Evolution tells the main character not to inform the Assistant Minister of Judicial Review, not to inform the dude about his spiritual situation. And that sounds a little suspicious. Why wouldn't you want to have the person you trust the most help you at this time? So the main character, he brings the steward to the Secretary of Bureau of Evolution because, again, this dude does not trust the main character just to hand the main character over the locations of his keys. So he needs the steward to be there. Well, unknown to him, the steward is actually on the main character's side and is in the main character's pocket, and they are planning to steal from the vaults for themselves. They're going to split up the money for each other. So yeah, they get him to tell him stuff, tell them things. And then he will go on. He will go on his way. The steward is actually having an affair with the Secretary of Bureau of Evolution's sister-in-law. They're having a whole thing together. And, getting rid of the dude, he can get the woman away because, again, he stole his own sister-in-law from his brother. Technically, the sister-in-law used to be in a relationship with him until his brother stole her from him, and then he stole her back. But now she's having an affair with the steward, and they want to get away from him and get to safety. And the main character promises that if they help him get a certain amount of the transactions and the money, he will let them run the family businesses and get half the portion themselves. So yeah, they will be having a safety net if they help get rid of this dude. The main character, he tries to cause discord between the Secretary of Bureau of Evolution and the Assistant Minister of Judicial Review. He tries again to cause discord between each other. But again, the dude is not taking it. He is not falling for the discord, the things the main character is telling him. And one way the main character tries to cause discord between them is telling the dude about the Emperor's concubine, how the Emperor's concubine was the cause of the building being collapsed, and how the Emperor ended up with him that day when the building collapsed. He's like, yeah, she's part of this dude's party. Are you sure you want to be part of them? Are you sure you'll be safe? This was kind of a setup to get you killed at the time. You could have died at the time if, the Melody hadn't saved you. Also, I don't know how or when he was able to capture the main character's master and his adopted father, but the Secretary of Bureau of Evolution has them captured and has them hidden somewhere. And the main character's searching for them, but he doesn't know where they are. And I thought they were with the main character's student who took them to a safer location. How did they end up in the dude's hands? Not that I'm side-eyeing or questioning his student, but that is a little strange. How did they end up in the hands of the Secretary of Bureau of Evolutions? Well, using this as a way to threaten the main character, because he realizes the main character has been tricking him this entire time. He's finally got this idea again, because again in book 2 he had this idea, but the main character was able to coerce him out of it. But now he's very sure that the main character has gone against him, and this is a whole plot created by the main character to go against him. And so he uses the main character's father and master to threaten the main character to get him out of the prison. So the main character does. The main character sneaks him out of prison, takes him back to his household, to his place. And this is where I get a little confused, because he tells the main character, he tries to make a deal with the main character. Either the main character can have his master and adopted father back, or he can have the keys to the vaults. He can't have both. And when he opens up one of the vaults after the main character picks his teacher and father, he opens up one of the vaults in his place and finds that money is missing. And I'm so confused because later we find out when the steward goes to a different location where another vault is being kept, specifically most of the businesses, transactions, and wealth is at, they find the vault completely, utterly empty. So, the dude is like, oh, you guys stole from me. You stole from me. Was this an act put on him and he knew his vault at his home was stolen from him, so he's trying to put the blame on those guys? Or did he not know the assistant minister of judicial reviews had been stealing from him this entire time slowly? Because later they find out, like I said, the steward had gone to this location, to this vault, and found it completely, utterly empty. And that slowly the assistant minister of judicial reviews was slowly stealing money off and on and making it go to different locations. The main character was going to use this money as his bride money. He was going to give most of the money to the male lead, and they were going to hide it here and there so that no one would question where the money went to or where they got the money. And this was going to be his bride money, but now he doesn't have bride money. They find out later that the assistant minister of judicial reviews already got rid of it. But also, why did the guy put on an act and start accusing them? Did they already steal money from this vault? Did they already steal the money from this vault and he was surprised the money was missing from this vault? Or did he get tricked by the assistant minister of judicial review? I was a little confused. The reason why the main character brought him home wasn't just because the dude was threatening his master's and teacher's lives, was because he also wanted the dude to be arrested and executed at his home for committing treason and raising an army, a secret army behind the royal family's back. And yet he has proof and evidence of this. I don't know if this dude was actually truly raising an army, but supposedly, yes, he was. Maybe the main character had hired a bunch of people and set those people in his home to make it look like that, because again, he had the steward and the sister-in-law in his pocket, so he could have them cover this up and help him frame this dude. But at the same time, he could have had actually an army. I wasn't sure, but the dude is full-on executed at this moment. Ministry of Revenue does what he does best, just like in book 2, when one of his accomplices is caught, he throws him under the bus to save his own behind. So he makes sure to put a lot of charges and has his, people underneath him help put more charges on the Secretary of Bureau of Evolution's head. Even though the dude is already dead. He needs to do this to cover up his own behind. When you got friends like this, who needs enemies, honestly? Who needs them? No one. No one needs those.